20 influencers. Let's see what they're doing. Oh, one of them has a great Medium blog post. And by the way, they wrote a great article. So we're going to reach out to them and go, we love your Medium post. Can we republish it on Rex?
Yeah.
Right? But whatever, we're going to reach out to them to get on their radar.
Yes.
Right? Which is how we do for all these dinners, right? All of that started with me getting on the radar, whoever, right? So the influencer strategy. Now, they're paid and unpaid. A lot of our clients don't have budget, so we get them unpaid. The way we get them unpaid is we go, give me a quote. We love to host a dinner for you. We'll do these other. By the way, we're gonna promote you. The paid piece is, well, we'd love you to write something. We'd love you to keynote. We'd love you to host our pod. You know, we're making them do work.
Yeah.
Right. But I always say start with free, unpaid, because if you start with paid, then we're always a transaction.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So you'd really want to, and we can help with this, you really want to develop the content. And one of the things when you think about content, you want to think about 3 buckets. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Bucket 1 is educate. Okay? A lot of times people talk about content by what type of content. Blog posts, white papers, webinar, podcasts. But the type of content is irrelevant. The goal of the content is really what we care about.
Yeah.
Is this content to educate? Checklist, how to, whatever. Is this content to enlighten? This is Truth Thought Leadership. Truth Thought Leadership is not a checklist. Truth Thought Leadership is someone reads and goes, oh.
Yes.
I don't know if I agree or disagree, but
Yeah.
Right? Or it's a vision of what the world will look like in the future.
Yeah.
Right? It's really, that's what so.
And this needs to come, not necessarily, this can come from external people, but also, but Wix also, right?
Here's the way I would say it. So, we've done a lot of work with influencers. There's 2 types of influence. Type 1, which is what everybody wants to do, is be the one with the magic answer. Okay? This is what all executives want to be thought leaders. They're the smartest one in the room. Magic answer. But a lot of the influencers gained influence by not being the one with the answer, but by being the one that asked the question. Okay? This is why we know who all the talk show folks are. That's why we know who all the top reporters are, because they're the ones asking the question. So, for example, you can become a thought leader by being the one that asks the question to someone else. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You get brand halo. Mm-hmm. Okay? So that's why things like moderating a panel can be more effective than keynoting.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So yes, Wix can be part of it. I would simply suggest that Wix should not only be the ones trying to raise their hand and have the answer.
I understand. Yeah.
They can be getting the right person in the chair and asking the questions.
Yes. And it might be that in some cases, someone from Wix is also invited to be in a panel where someone else has the question, because suddenly your opinion is interesting, right? As a company or as an individual within the
So
company.
the key notion is we have to be open to getting thought leadership and influence from being the one that asks the question, not simply everyone raising their hand going, I'm the smartest person in the room, right? So yes, we can be involved in both roles, and I would suggest the more we can be the one that gets the right person in the chair to ask the question is much more powerful longer term than simply being the one that tries to have the answer.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So, educate, enlighten is the second one. Enlighten. Okay? I don't like to take all leadership because, again, enlighten. And then the third bucket is create experiences. This is the events.
Mm-hmm.
This is the summits. This is the dinners. Creating an experience.
Yeah.
Right? So when we think about content, we think about in these 3 buckets. Okay, so now when I think about educate, well, what is it? ROI calculator, infographics, how-to list, 5 reasons
and a lot of it we're already doing anyway.
Yes. Most people have the educate bucket, but they tend to think about it as thought leadership, and it's not.
Yeah.
Okay? Then you have thought leadership, and the more this can be bylines, because then you get the credibility of the publication behind you.
Yeah.
Right? Or if you're a guest on someone
So this
else's
PR plays a role here too, right?
PR absolutely plays a role. Okay? Because what you do is you say, give me a byline, and then 2 weeks after the byline, I'm going to republish it on our blog.
Yeah.
Because we don't really care about the SEO value. We really want the thought leadership value.
Yeah.
right? Or the PR firm gets you to be a guest on podcasts.
Yeah.
Gets you to be this, right? And all that then gets republished.
Yeah.
Right? So educate, enlighten, and then create experiences. This is the event strategy.
Yeah.
3 tiers. Big events, our own events, and then grassroots. Okay? Now we got those 3 pieces of content, yes, we leverage the crap out of it for social, both paid and organic.
Yeah.
And if each of these pieces of content we're going, how do we infuse someone else's voice? So if we're going the five, the 5 things you should consider before, picking a website builder or whatever. Okay, well, maybe 1 we get, but the other 4 come from people in the community.
Yeah.
Okay? Now they're going to share it too. And it's going to have more credibility because it includes them, not just us. Because obviously we have a vested interest because we sell, So you start to say, okay, each of these, how do we infuse other people's voices? Influencers, employees, customers, executives at target accounts, right? So you go, okay, for the education stuff, yeah, let's get tips and tricks from other people. For the enlighten, well, let's interview other people. Let's get their quotes in our thought leadership piece. Let's get their predictions in our prediction, right? And the experiences, let's invite them to be on panels.
Yeah.
Let's get them posting. Right? So you think about these 3 pillars, and then like I said, in the educate, yes, blog, infographic, who cares? But this is the goal. In the enlighten, okay, bylines, podcasts, videos, who cares? Let's get the other people. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So you want to think about it, because typically we think about things in the funnel.
Yeah.
Right, but the truth is with a funnel, which nobody talks about, is typically the user's the champion, and then the user rounds up everyone else and sells into the organization.
Yeah.
It isn't really like someone downloads something at the top of the funnel and they think about it, I want a little more, and as if there's only one person buying.
Yeah.
And it's not how it works in real life.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
And there's no portion of a website, when you go to a website, there's never like, hey, are you the champion? Here's what you need to sell into the CFO. Here's your calculator.
Yeah.
Here's what you need to sell into the CIO.
Yeah.
Here's the document about
Here
how
and
secure
there,
we
I
are.
see sometimes you see some companies that are saying like, they help you with how to
Go to an event. Here's how to tell you
or
about.
how to convince you now. How can you go and tell the story internally so that you can be successful? Yeah, I see it here and there, but yeah.
But that's how it should be, because that's really how we buy.
Yeah.
You solve the user's pain, they're like, this is a cool tool. Okay, now they need the tools to sell in the CFO, the IT department, their boss.
Yeah.
Right? But it's just understanding that notion and making it really clear, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's so when I think about, so we got to do the research, and we got to target who the influencers are to get some quick wins, and then we play some role, whether it's the day-to-day hands-on or helping the day-to-day hands-on with the social piece, and then typically, as you can tell, we provide a lot of insights into the content strategy.
Yeah.
Because if we don't have to run content, then it's hard for us to do our job. Then moves the dial.
Yes.
So we have a very interest.
That's the fuel into the
Yes,
machine.
we have a very vested interest in going, hey, we need better content here.
Yes.
And by the way, we can't just jam the social channels full with demand gen stuff.
Yeah.
Because then you're going to wonder why we're getting no engagement and no one's following.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs to be something people care about and interested in versus like...
right? Yeah, and there's only so many let's poll people on Twitter things we can do by ourselves, right? So we have a very strong interest in, trying to help people understand the right content strategy, right? And then even when you think about content, almost everyone just focuses on content production, okay? But the bigger drivers are not content production, they're distribution and syndication. Okay, it's like, folks spend 90% of their time thinking, what white paper and how do we create the white paper and what's to do, and then guess what? It gets promoted a couple times and it goes in the dusty resource section, never to be seen again.
Yeah.
And it's like, right? So instead, it's how are we going to distribute it? I mean, how are we going to leverage our own assets? How are we going to feature it on the website? How are we going to send it out via our email list? How are we going to push it on social? And then the syndication, which simply means how are we leveraging someone else's audience?
Yeah.
What are the hooks that are built in so someone else will share it? Influencer, employee, hubs, or social ad dollars, whatever it is. That's the part that needs to be crafted out. Okay, otherwise you spend tens of thousands of dollars creating all this content.